Hello and welcome to Finance with Axel. Today we will look into the second biggest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, which is Ethereum, and we will try to determine if that's a good or a bad investment. And yeah, keep in mind that I might be biased because I hold Ethereum in my personal portfolio, and I'm also not a financial advisor. I can barely manage my own finances, and certainly not yours. But enough of the disclaimers. To get a balanced picture of the coin, we will look into the advantages and disadvantages, and in the end, try to make up our mind if that's a good investment or not. Before we can do that, I will briefly tell you what Ethereum is. Ethereum is a decentralized blockchain network which is not specifically made for payments like Bitcoin is. No, it's designed as a decentralized world computer. Its inbuilt currency is called Ether or ETH, and it's used to pay for gas fees when users utilize the Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum natively supports smart contracts, which are the main tool behind dApps or decentralized applications. A lot of things are built on Ethereum. First, there are games. Second, most NFTs call Ethereum a home. And third, DeFi is also mostly done on Ethereum. After we now know what Ethereum is and what it's used for, let's get into the shortcomings. First, speed. It is way too slow to handle all the workload it's currently under. Ethereum currently can only handle about 15 transactions per second or TPS, while it would actually need thousands. This leads to the second problem. Transaction cost. Since Ethereum is very poorly scalable and many people want to use it at the same time, fees are very high. The system is designed in a way that miners prioritize transactions which have high fees attached, as they earn more, including these in the next block. The high fees and the lack of speed resulted in, third, a lot of competition. Other projects, often called Ethereum killers, with way better scalability, try to compete with the Ethereum network for users. Many users have already migrated to competitors such as Solana, Binance, or Avalanche, since gas fees are unaffordable, especially for small transactions. Fourth, Ethereum is still a proof of work blockchain, meaning it is using so-called mining. Mining consumes a lot of energy to secure the network. This will probably change very soon, but more about that later. This is why many environmental activists are among the loudest critics of Ethereum, as this network allegedly contributes to the destruction of our planet Earth. Fifth, although the blockchain wants to be decentralized, it still has a huge dependency on the founder Vitalik Buterin. If something happens to him or he finally steps down, this might have serious consequences for the price. Sixth, Ethereum has a very ambitious roadmap, which is good. But the problem is that everything always is delayed big time. Let's now address the shortcomings and also talk about the advantages of investing into Ethereum. The speed and transaction cost issue is already getting addressed. There are many layer 2s for Ethereum like Polygon, Arbitrum, and Optimism, which will help to combat this problem. On top of that, Ethereum is currently transitioning from proof of work to proof of stake, which will also boost scalability. And on top of that, it will also address the concerns of environmentalists, reducing the energy consumption by whopping 99%, and this should shut up these guys too. There will still be fierce competition with other chains, and I don't think that we will see a winner takes it all outcome in the end. The future will most likely be multi-chain, but if one chain will rule them all, Ethereum is still in the best position to do so, and become the king, but only if they get all the mentioned updates done and implemented. But I am very confident that this will happen, probably not without delays, but I am confident, as already said, that Ethereum in the end will do very well and the developers will be able to get the ambitious roadmap implemented. Talking about developers, Ethereum has by far the most developers working in it. It has multiples more than the second and third spot. On Ethereum, a few thousand people engineer. On Solana and Bitcoin, there are only a few hundred people building on it. My guess is that Ethereum might even be able to capture back some of the lost market share once staking is live and Ethereum will become cheaper and more scalable. Why should people trust in chains with less decentralization and less security if they could use Ethereum instead? Now, hopefully, at more modest gas fees too. Ethereum also is the only layer 1 holding up the big dream of decentralization. All other chains achieved scalability on the cost of being too centralized, as most of them have only a very small number of validators. Ethereum, on the other hand, is the only one that places a very high value on decentralization and security. Unfortunately, this has so far been at the expense of scalability. We are speaking about the blockchain trilemma, which states that you cannot achieve all three, scalability, decentralization, and security, at once. You always have to sacrifice one thing to optimize another. If you want scalability, for example, the network will be less secure and or less decentralized. Ethereum not only puts a lot of emphasis on decentralization and security currently, with the coming updates, scalability will also be enhanced. I think with the transition from proof of work to proof of stake, Ethereum has found a good balance between all dimensions. Layer 2 blockchains will also help to scale up even further. If you look at the Ethereum ecosystem, it is multitudes bigger than the ecosystems of its competitors. One of the second layers, called Polygon, with the Matic token, has more market capitalization than some of the so-called Ethereum killers. It currently ranks place 17 on CoinGecko. Once the Ethereum updates are implemented, I expect the ecosystem to thrive even more. You heard all the arguments for and against investing in Ethereum now. You now should be able to make up your mind. You should always listen to not only one source, but to multiple, and also do your own research before making any decision. I personally think that the benefits of Ethereum by far outweigh its shortcomings. If I could just pick one coin to invest in, I wouldn't pick Bitcoin, but Ethereum instead. I like this project the most, and I am bullish on Ethereum to do well in the long run. I can't tell you if this is the best time to get in. Very hard to say if the bear market will last even longer or if we already saw the lows. I can't make these short-term predictions. I also think almost nobody can. In my eyes, you should invest when you got the liquidity and found a great project and not care about market timing. I made a video about this. I will link it unless I forget. Let me know what you think about Ethereum. Is it worth buying or hodling? Did I forgot to mention important insights? Please also let me know in the comments down below. This was it for today. If you got something out of this video, please share it with someone who might also benefit. Please also like for the YouTube algorithm. Please also consider to subscribe with bell notifications on in order to not miss any of my future videos. Bye. Take care.